Bob Metcalfe, your life has been distinguished by many successes. You invented the Ethernet, you coined Metcalfe's law, but you've also been associated with some failures. In 1996, you predicted the death of the internet. What went wrong there?
Well, that's an interesting paraphrase of what I actually did, but and you can read the full story in my book, Internet Collapses, which is available for 1 penny plus shipping on Amazon.com.
And when was this written?
Well, I made the prediction in '95 that the internet would suffer a gigalapse, that is a billion lost user hours in a single outage during '96, and then I ate my words famously in '97 because it didn't. In fact, as close as we came was AOL. The AOL went down and suffered a 118 megalapse, million user hours in a single outage in August of that year. But that's as close as we got to a gigalapse, so I was obligated to eat my words.
So basically the whole thing collapses, it switches off.
Yeah, well, I gave about a dozen reasons why the internet was fragile. Many of those reasons are still true today.
But why were you wrong? Why hasn't it switched off?
Because there's an innate robustness in the thing. It routes around problems, and it was designed to be robust. In the original design criteria is it had to suffer a simultaneous thermonuclear explosion in several places at once. That's where it started in the very beginning. So
the military background of
it. So we shouldn't be surprised that it's robust in the.
But it's also full of holes. You're saying full of black spaces where things have gone wrong.
Yes, it is. Well, the one that worries me most is that at its very core, it's insecure. And so all these problems we're having with denial of service attacks and snooping around and viruses, and it stems from the internet not being at its core suspicious. It's the default on the internet is anonymity, and that's a bad default.
If the internet was your thing, if you owned it, what would you be most worried about now in terms of its viability as a platform, as a piece of technology?
Well, I wouldn't be worried, actually, because it's proven, even despite my prediction, to be pretty robust. But there's 3 new kinds of traffic that are invading the internet that we're busily accommodating: video, mobile, and embedded traffic. So I guess I would be focused on being sure being a plumber, that the right plumbing was being put in place to accommodate that new traffic.
As a plumber, what's your opinion on network neutrality?
I don't have an opinion on network neutrality. I've been busy working on energy for the last 5 years, and everyone expects me to have an opinion about network neutrality, and I figure I could go either way, but I haven't looked at it closely enough.
Well, perhaps your absence of an opinion is a kind of an opinion.
Perhaps, or maybe I should do some reading and develop an opinion really quickly, because I get asked that question a lot.
So generally, though, you're cautiously optimistic about the fact that the internet isn't going to shut down now, however many more billions of people get onto it?
Well, history indicates that it does manage to respond to these challenges, and I see nothing peculiar in the current challenge. There's just more traffic coming of a different nature, and I guess the one thing I understand least is are the security threats, those are ominous. So if I had to name one ominous thing, it would be the... And
the security threats, what, in particular from foreign governments?
No, just from organized crime, random hackers, willing to either exploit the vulnerabilities for profit or fun, either one. I guess maybe I should also be worried about foreign governments, but I haven't focused on that.
I mean, they could conceivably then bring the whole thing down.
At least momentarily, or maybe for a day, or some damage could be done, I'm sure. But I'm confident that we would recover.
So you're confident in 10 years' time, when perhaps everybody in the world is on this thing, that it will survive?
Definitely.
And if there's one technological fix or form of investment, what is it that needs to happen to make it a more secure environment?
Well, we need to reconsider whether anonymity is so important. So we need to have...
But is that a technical fix or a cultural one?
It's a technical. Well, the cultural belief in the dominance of anonymity has led to technical design decisions. So we need to be knowing who sends the packets at the very lowest level before we're going to get a handle on security.
Well, TechCrunch has following your advice, because they've basically eliminated anonymous comments on their articles. So you'll be pleased about that.
Anonymity is necessary, but it should not be the default. It leads to too much randomness and danger.